Hey guys, welcome in. Tonight's going to be very interesting. We really need to talk. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Let me know if the sound is good. We're going to really get into a lot of things this evening. And to be honest with you, I got to take my time with this because there's a message brewing. There's a message brewing. And see, I'm already trying to get my throat. We're about to make sense of everything that has been going on since even before you were born. This is what is going on with this Diddy trial. There's a feeling in my stomach. It just don't sit right with me. We got the wrong guy for the crime. Someone else is getting away. We got the right guy for other crimes. He's the right guy for other crimes, but who we're trying to take down, guys, is getting away. And we cannot leave any stone unturned in this very important year of the 9. This is completion. So we got to have all our cylinders firing. So many people are falling off. They're falling off the wagon. We got to push through. This is the last stretch. And we got to make sure that we get all of who is involved. So then that way, the reset, because we're going through a reset, and this does mark kind of the end of the global reset. There's a lot of people involved, guys. Come on in. We're gonna talk, and let me know if you can hear me okay. Hello, sound is good. Awesome. All right, give me just 1 second, guys. Welcome in, everyone. Happy. Is this Friday or Thursday, guys? I I honestly don't know. I think it's Thursday. I think it is Thursday, but it feels like a Friday. Give me 1 second. And I take care of a few things here, and then we're gonna get this started. See if you guys feel anything. By the way, I have not watched one single news story about this. I saw a few clips online, but I don't know. It agitates me. I'm kind of just been staying away from this. I don't know. I just, but something in my spirit. I got a message last night, and I think now, I think, I think we need to like pull this whole trial in and really sort some things out about what we're going through. See, this is truly is the end of an era. Like truly. And it's about to get deep. It's gonna get so deep tonight. So just be patient with me, okay? Give me 1 second. Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. I hope you're doing okay. You can shout out what country or city and all of that good stuff that you're from and that you're tuning in. It's about to get so this is about to get really deep. It's like, do we have enough time to do this? That's what I'm asking myself. But I think we will be okay. I think we'll be okay. All right. I may need a few minutes before we get started here, guys. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me, guys. I'm getting a few things set up. So let me know how your day was. How's everything going? Just something just don't sit right. Something ain't right with this whole thing. Something's not right with this whole month, and something's not right with this whole year. And something's just really not right with since the inception of how long we've been here on Earth. There's truly something not right. And in this season, I think we are finding out just how odd and obscure our life has been. And I truly believe that this Diddy trial is shining light on what we are about to portal through. What we're about to portal through. I got some messages. It's going to get, it's going to get, it's going to get there this evening. It's going to really get there. It is. It truly is. I just got to take care of a few things here, and then we're gonna get this started. Yep, we're gonna get this started. Hope you guys are doing well. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. It's about to get so deep, y'all. You have no idea. You have no idea just how deep we're about to go. We're gonna go all the way to the original template where Diddy was created. Yeah, this is how deep it's about to get. I may just need some time. To be honest, I may just need some time. So be patient with me this evening. Be patient with me. I just need 2 minutes, guys. I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes. Go get a drink of water or something. I'm going to go off camera. I need 2 minutes. I'll be back. It's about to, we're about this. You have no idea where we're about to go. Okay. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Wish I had a timer. I'm sure this has a timer. I just can't. I just need to figure out where it is. I know there's a timer on here. I know there is a timer. Timer. All right, guys. Give me 2 minutes. I will be right back. Okay. All right, all right, all right. I'm back. How's the sound? Still good? We ready to get into this? You guys ready? All right. Okay. Sounds good, guys. All right. All right. Hello. Hello, Phoenix Rising. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Lamina. Hi, Sonia. Hi, Buffalo Wild Wings. We're about to get into this. Okay, guys, I have to tell you, last night, I almost came on here last night because I got a huge message from Source. I mean, my crown was vibrating. I'm trying to I'm trying not to vibrate so high. So I said, no, let the message wait. But there was an agitation in my spirit. I was just sitting down. I'm so agitated. There's an agitation in the pit of my stomach as I started to see some of the Diddy stuff on the feed. Now I did watch a few clips right before I came on here, and it confirmed my agitation with this because someone's getting away. Is Diddy a fall guy? The agitation. I'm gonna build. Let me build. Can I take my time? Hi, Monica from Minnesota. Can I take my time this evening? Can I take my time? I got time tonight. I got time. Last night, the message I got so clear. It said, humanity is experiencing a paper death. Listen, the straw man dies. The corpse, the corporation, because America is a corporation. So the corporation now becomes the corpse. The corporation now becomes the corpse. If you guys know anything about a straw man, it's essentially your birth name. Because, when they send you a bill and it's in all caps, you have been made into a corporation when you were born. I was going to say burned. Oh, Lord, guys, I think a country accent is coming out and I have no idea. This must be from my time in Texas. Or, uh-oh, 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 a country accent is coming out. Who else is in the title of this video here? Here? Country accent is coming out. Someone doesn't want me to speak. See, someone's getting away with this murder. Someone's getting away. And it's hidden in plain sight. And we need to talk about it. We need to talk about why. Why is this corporation dying? Why is humanity experiencing a paper death? And how does that correlate to the show, which is the trial of the century? Remember when OJ had the trial of the century? So we're going to start zoning out here. We're going to get out. We're getting out of the body for a moment. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a fourth dimensional point of view, is where I'm looking at everything from all angles. When you're fourth dimensional, you're unplugged from the emotional triggers of the body. And this is the only how you can really uncode these things. You got to unplug from the triggers, from your emotions, right? So this is where I am, and this is where I'm going to be for this duration of this, because something's not right. We're in the year of the 9. Last year, I spent all last year helping people clear out their karmic loops and removing these massive templates. I'm talking ancient Egyptian gods or deities that had become attachments, right? And we all know this is just how Source shows this to us. But what it means is we've been on this journey of removing these huge templates. And now what we're looking at the physical representation of all the templates that we've been removing. And so this is just not a trial of a century, a trial for this generation. This really marks the end of one thing and the beginning of something that is uncharted. Something that is uncharted, unprecedented. I'm going to take you on the back end. We're going to circle back around. We're going to slow cook this thing, because you can already see in the title, someone's getting away. And you see who's getting away. But I'm going to tell you how this whole thing starts to build, okay? I'll get to her, the woman with the country accent. Yes, Beyonce. Energy doesn't lie, guys. It could try to cloak. It could try to shapeshift. But when you understand energy signatures, you can see through any illusions that are being casted. Hollywood is on fire, literally. Remember the wildfires? Hollywood is on fire. There's so many people involved in this trial. I mean, I don't even know. It's like it's weird at this point. I'm agitated. My spirit is agitated. My spirit's agitated. Last year, I was in a client session, and this woman I can't remember what dimension she was on, very high dimension, maybe 13th, no, 14th dimension. I came across this being called Orgon. And Orgon was basically pissing all over the 14th dimension, which I helped to curate. Well, actually, which I did curate. And he was spoiling it with his dark semen. This is what I mean by pissing. I literally saw this. And it came out in that session that P. Diddy is also part of what I call the Orgon spirit, or the Orgon energy. Now it's about to get deep, because after some more reflection, Orgon, is that not a crystal? Is Orgon not a crystal? Is it not a crystal? Also, too, this Orgon energy had been basically going through different dimensions. We're going to tie this in to make it make sense. And essentially spoiling every dimension with his dark seed. I'm going to give you guys a bit of history that I have never told anyone, but Source gave me this message last year during this time. The organs in our body are not organic to the body. Repeat that. The organs in your body are not part of the original code. The organs in your body are part of this orgon energy. Some may say it's part of the archons. See, the archons and the organite I'm hearing. I don't know what that is. I just heard it, organite. Sounds like a crystal. They're all the same. These organs or organ has been sent here to essentially separate and keep you divided, so it's harder to come back home into oneness. And I say all of this because now how it ties into Diddy. Well, about what, 2 years ago, I started doing a lot of Diddy content. Found out in one of the sessions that Diddy was hosting a beast in his body. And the beast was fully grown. And so the beast grew. As the beast grew, so did Diddy. Disgusting acts grew in stature. And there came a time when the beast had to exit the body, because what happens when we are used spiritually by Satan? When you make dark deals with Satan to get a leg up, to get more money, more fame. What ends up happening always is that the devil comes back to collect from you. And this is what we're seeing. So as of Diddy hosted the devil in his body. And I'm going to use the word devil because it's a beast, but I think for this we need to use devil. Hosted the devil in his body. And the devil grew so big that it outgrew Diddy's body. And I'm going to tell you that this beast, this devil, was using Diddy's body as essentially a jump room just to get a closer view of all of us, humanity. And when the devil, the beast inside of Diddy's body, recorded and stored all the information that it needed to now replicate, it now exited the body. I said this on one of the videos, I think last year, the year before that. And after the beast, we're talking about the Oregon energy who just travels to different dimensions to F it up. That's it. That's it. That's the sole purpose of this beast, to spoil and soil every good thing in creation. This is who Diddy had inside of his body. He hosted it. And it was materialism that let him in. Greed that invited it in. And so the beast exited stage left because now he has everything that he needs. But he first was able to seed himself in pretty much every musician in pop culture. Think about how many people Diddy has infected. Allegedly now. This is all spiritually speaking. By the way, go ahead and subscribe. Help your girl out. Yeah. Look at the Justin Bieber, the Usher, Beyonce and Jay-Z. Those are his ride or die friends. I mean, Lauren London. I mean, the list. I can't even name all the people because Diddy was the life of the party. Remember, I always say the devil has sweet lips. Everyone got infected. And so what we're seeing here with Diddy on trial, it's in a way, now we're viewing fourth dimensional. It's laughable. And it annoys me in the pit of my stomach, in my gut, because I am truly understanding that it's not just Diddy. The whole nest has now been infected. And if the whole nest is not taken down, then we repeat the process. As we close out the year, the 9, we are now going to be returning back to 1 come this new year. And this is important because this is the little tiny glitch that many are not seeing of what's going on. As I view this as kind of this linear timeline, right? I'm looking at the glitch and I'm noticing something very unsettling. Very unsettling. Let me cook. Let me cook. Told you I need to take my time with this one. Something unsettling. I'm going to tell you what that something unsettling is. See, about 2 years ago, I got to give you the backstory. You guys all know I used to work in Hollywood as a television producer. I also grew up, my family was in the concert promotion business. So I grew up running through backstages of all the biggest stars. I was surrounded by music stars since, from the time I was like 4 or 5, 6. This is how I grew up. This was normal to me. And what really truly upsets me is that by the time I had struggled, went to film school, was in a songwriting group, was in a music group, struggled, became a television producer, I had ran into a lot of these people, right? Just, LA, everyone knows someone and we're all friends, everyone, it's just that kind of life. You don't think of it when you're in it. Then, as my awareness grew, so did my agitation with Hollywood. And it came to a point where I knew I could no longer be in that industry, not in the capacity that I was, because I am not going to participate in the problem. Not going to participate in the problem. And in fact, they knew I wouldn't participate in the problem. And see, people don't like when you don't co-sign their foolishness. People do not like when you just don't ride the wave and become a yes, ma'am, yes, sir. And so I made a conscious decision to leave Hollywood because it was almost as if the whole time since I was born, it's almost as if I was planted there to learn something about it, to now do exactly what I'm doing now. The problem is with this trial is that A, it's a distraction. B, everyone's involved, even your beloved president. Do you hear the little subtleties? Oh, he would have the freak offs at Trump Towers. Yes, we understand it's a hotel, But see, these are the unsettling things because everyone is in on it, but there's only one man on trial. When the organ spirit goes throughout the dimensions of time, pissing on every creation that source has created, which we are source, it infects every creation. Diddy is cut from the same cloth, and he has soiled the entire industry, but he's the only one on trial. I have a problem with that. The whole nest egg is bad. I've seen it with my own eyes. The whole thing is bad. The whole thing is demonic. If we don't take down the whole thing, then essentially all we've done is give the devil a little smack on his little nail. Don't do that. Don't do that. Seriously. Seriously. And as I look at the timeline, I'm noticing something. And now we have to talk about Beyonce and Jay-Z. And now it's about to get deep. As Sean, there's two Seans. There's a Sean Puffy Combs and a Sean Carter. I want you guys to just say that to yourself. Sean Combs and Sean Carter. I'm just curious to see what you guys get. I'm very curious. I'm very curious because already that just ain't sounded right. When I say the last names, it's almost as if it's hidden in plain sight. We got to talk about the comb, the honeycomb, the Carter, and the vehicle, Beyonce. Blue Ivy's in here too. We got to get there. Let me cook. See, this is at this point, I can't even call it spirit or source. It's just like, it's just obvious at this point because it's hidden in front of our faces at this point. Let me cook. When you think about a comb, what does a comb do? We could think about it as combing the hair, making it straight, pulling things out of the hair, removing something from the hair. And the rake doesn't just have to be, now it's a rake, okay? So the comb, we think about if you go outside to rake, the comb is a rake. When we think about when you go outside to rake the leaves, do you see how many trees there are? See how many leaves will fall? And then we bring in the comb to rake the good fruit, the foliage that fell. But the foliage only fell because the rake was created. Let me cook. The comb was created. The foliage only fell from the tree because there was something created that also needed to be used in creation. Stay with me now. When you create something, it now has an energy. It now has a script. It has a destination. Stay with me. So the tree and the leaves and the foliage, let's equate that to the good fruit and the tree of life. The comb becomes a rake because it was created. This is now still the same spirit. This ain't P. Diddy. This is Orgon. This is the same demon we've been fighting. Every time Source creates something, so here it is. Every time good comes, the law of polarity says that bad must come because we have created good. This would be a good time to use neutrality, your ascension tool of neutrality. Because if you create something and you deem it as just good, something will have to show up to now prove what's good. Stay with me. So the comb is the rake. And the rake was only able to rake the foliage, to rake the souls, simply because the rake was created. So now it has what to express. So we're talking about a dualistic force that we've been fighting since the inception of time. Now, Beyonce. So now, as we think about Carter, let's go to Sean Carter. Now, Beyonce's Carter too, as well. When we think about Carter, what does it truly mean? A Carter means a driver of a cart. A carter is a driver of a cart. Stay with me. Sean Carter, Jay-Z. But Beyonce is the queen bee. And Beyonce has a beehive. And the beehive created the honey comb, Sean Puffy Combs. It gets deep. These are not who you think that they are. There's only good and evil on any earth and on any dimension. We flicker back and forth of the polarities, and at the end of an age, all cards are shown, and then we scrap the game and we reset it. But the problem is there's only one person on trial, one Sean. There's another person pushing the cart, and there's another person injecting venom to lead people to the honeycomb. Sean Puffy Combs. There's more to the story. I said 2 years ago, I did a video, and I said that Beyonce was transferring her consciousness into Blue Ivy. And I said, wait for it. In the video, I said, as Blue Ivy grows, we will see her get better and better and better. And I've also said, and better looking. And you will see Beyonce looks start to diminish a bit, not because she's getting older. It's because the transfer is going on. And when I look at the timeline that I'm viewing and I see the trial, I see the comb, I see the setup, I see the whole Hollywood is on fire. The whole thing is under judgment. Because remember, the organ is one energy that now was able to replicate into your own organs. And now, through time became part of your genetic structure, and you think that it's normal to have a separate heart and a kidney and a separate brain and a separate spleen. We only had oneness. Remember, anything that is separate is not been brought back into group consciousness, which is where we're heading. So this Orgon spirit, which this was the beast that Diddy hosted in his body, not just in this lifetime, but it's been building for a very long time. And the person pushing the cart, the Sean Carter, has been pushing this cart for some time, not just this lifetime. And the queen bee has been creating venom for some time, not just this lifetime. What we have here are these three players that have been going through not just the dimensions of time, but I'm talking, these are energies that were curated from the very inception of good. And we have a very important task right now, is to put the whole thing on trial. This is where I'm going. Circling back around to Miss Blue Ivy. Now, it came out in another channeled message that Blue Ivy, and I do love her. I love watching her. But the thing about it is she is a container. I don't know how she got to be just a container. I don't know if she was born that way from Kathy White. Something could have been done when she was quite young. But now as memory comes back, I think she became a empty container because they offered her up to Moloch. And a lot of celebrities, they will offer their firstborn to this fertility god because he gives all of those spoils to Anana for the Easter festivities that we all were made to participate in. The fertility festivity where they steal humanity's potentiality. And they literally use our eggs to birth their dark seeds and put them in creation. And when you offer up the dark seed, you're creating your own demon that now starts to follow you throughout the many different incarnations. And thank you, Source. This is all coming through just right now. And so this is how Blue Ivy became the empty vessel. So here's the problem. We have the trial of the universe, because it's not Diddy on trial. This is Orgon. This is Orgon. This is the Archons. The same people that's been wiping the memory, recycling souls. This is who's on trial. And this is why I'm agitated, because it's much bigger than Diddy and Cassie and all of the freak-offs. Victims are still victims. And on a worldly level, he will pay for every bit of pain that he caused everyone. But on a cosmic level, we got the wrong guy. He was only a tool. He was a comb, an inanimate object. The masterminds behind the whole operation is performing on stage right before your eyes on tour right now. And get this, as I said a few years ago, that Beyonce will transfer her consciousness and her talent into Miss Blue Ivy Carter. And it has happened. And as I see it in the spirit, the upgrade that is happening is 70% cleared. She's right now It's like they're making fun of us. The honeycomb, the tool, is on trial. And the person who curated this whole thing is standing out in front, not hiding, but finishing the upload of her consciousness into another vessel to keep humanity enslaved for another how many more millions of years, and it's happening before our eyes. Source ain't just never lied. There is a spirit, a water spirit. It's very Leviathan-esque. And I did pinpoint the actual name of this deity entity inside of Beyonce some time ago. But the thing about it is she has to get another vessel. And this is not she, guys. This is not Beyonce, and you are not you. There is only two forces, good and evil. That is it. When good was birthed, by law, evil had to show up, because how can good be good if there is no polarity? So what I'm saying is, it's like you see an upload sign going on and it's 70% cleared as Beyonce transfers her talent and consciousness into Blue Ivy. But the tool is on trial, and the freaking transfer is being completed as we speak, and no one is saying anything. And this is what agitates my soul. And Sean Carter is pushing the cart. He's passing out the meds to keep everyone asleep. And no one is woke. Everyone says they're woke, even the people that are at the highest in this conscious community. But people are watching the upload happen, and it's just going right past people's heads. It's an agitation to my spirit. Because, as light workers, we've been fighting these people. Beyonce is not Beyonce, and Sean Carter is not Sean Carter. P. Diddy is not P. Diddy, and you are not you. It's good versus evil. That is all that it is. And we've been at war since the beginning of the times before the times. And now in this very important season, see, this is why, there's been prophecies of the world is ending. What we are witnessing is an end. If we catch it, it will end. This is the trick. We do have to end it. And this is why Spirit was saying yesterday, humanity is experiencing a paper death. The paper death is your straw man, your fictitious name that when you were born, they basically put you on a bond. And a bond is what? Bondage. And in a bond, what? You are in jail. You are encapsulated. You have no rights. So ever since you were born into captivity, and the archons or the organs or the archonic beings that's been doing the earth to heaven remix shuffle, no one's catching it. We got them right here. This is where it's all. This is where all of your lifetimes is coming to a head. But the problem is people are, this ain't P. Diddy, and this ain't Beyonce, and this ain't you. This is forces. You are a force, I am a force, and they are a force. This is what's truly happening. And as Trump facilitates the death of the straw man, and I never thought I was going to say this, because y'all know Trump, we ain't even going to go there, but he is facilitating the end This is what source is saying, the end of the straw man, the end of your captivity. You were born into paper genocide. You were born into paper slavery. Human beings are bought and sold every single day on the stock market. And yet Diddy's on trial for, having freak offs in different states and countries. But who's going to put the people on trial who put us in paper genocide, who put us in captivity, who put bonds and bondage and chains on us, who implanted fake false codes into the very fabric of our human anatomy to spy on us? This is why the health ain't healthing, because there's too many freaking chefs in the kitchen inside of your body. There's too many chefs in the kitchen. Why is the body not just one whole? Why? Seriously, if there was ever a time to ask for a super chat or a cash app, something like that, that would be now, because I know I'm cooking, but I never do. But anywho, this is what I'm saying, y'all. And at the same time, we're here. All of the lifetimes, us light workers, we've been waiting for this, to fix the code within our own creation, because we did not understand that good would birth a evil and that we would be chasing our own tail. And now it's about to get deep, if it ain't already now. I'm going to save that because the evil has now become you. The moment you said, I'm going to birth this that's good, because you didn't know what you knew or what you would know now. How would we know that just creating and birthing good would end up like this? Have you ever did something good and then for some reason it just ended up bad? Have you? Has that ever happened to you? You're like, wait a minute, it was so good. This idea was so good. What happened? Or you tried to do something good and then it turned out bad. This is literally what I'm looking at. We are in a template. We are right there. We've been here on this channel. We've been right there. We've been on the horse's back. And we have an opportunity to end the whole thing. And believe it or not, Trump is getting rid of the straw man. So that capital, when they send you those bills with the all caps, that's your straw man. That's you as a corporation, because you were bonded from the day you were born when you got that birth certificate. Believe it or not, this is what source is saying. Trump is getting rid of the straw man. And so there's death to the corporation. The corp, this is why you have the abbreviation for corporation is CORP. The corp now becomes a corpse. Add that S in there, those Seans. Hey, Sean. We can nail Diddy down. Just saying, the corp is becoming a corpse. There is a reset happening. There's death to an old system happening. And the very people or person that's on trial, that's putting him on trial, oddly enough, is the same people that are upholding. It's all cuckoo. I can't even make sense of it. I can't. It's cuckoo. Because it's not Sean Carter and it's not Sean Combs. It's just forces. This is who's on trial. So when the corporation dies, something's going to happen, and it's going to feel like, I keep getting, this has been happening for about a year now. I've been getting something about the Japan. I don't know who has the Chinese yen, something with that. I don't know, but source said that yesterday. And then also too, the World War II keeps popping up, just keeps popping up. I think that this triggers that. Whatever the reset is happening, I think we are in a World War II energy. So we would call that World War III, right? It we're there. We're in a war. The war is just different now. We're in a war, and it's the war on consciousness. Who will win the right to control the consciousness of the masses? But meanwhile, all of the files that Beyonce is transferring into Blue Ivy, so you have to understand what's in there. What's in there is all of our soul information from the past eons. What's in there is records on how to keep the polarity system going, how to keep humanity fragmented. This is all what's in there. It's just like a computer if you're uploading something. I'm telling you, I see it plain as day. This is what is happening. And that is going inside of the container of Miss Blue Ivy Carter. And she will not only be pushing the cart, she will be holding the venom. Poor baby. This is what I'm seeing, y'all. Well, I guess that didn't take me as long as I thought. This is kind of what I'm seeing. Master Light. Yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry, I just tapped back into the chat here. Any questions, guys, let me know. But see, this is the problem I'm having with this whole thing. We got to figure out how to get everyone. How do we get the person, the venom? How do we stop the upload that's happening? It's on tour in our front of our eyes happening. And everyone's so enamored. And I'm like, huh? Seriously. And, you know, keep in mind, guys, and I know these are some of your beloved. You know, I know Beyonce is so beloved, but Beyonce's not Beyonce. Sean Carter's not Sean Carter. And you ain't even you. This is where we are. See, the whole thing is, and I've been experiencing this in my personal life. We are in the year of the nine, but this is not just the year of the nine. It's also the end of an age. And at the end of the age, it's like you end a television show or you end a stage play. We have to know that this has all been illusionary because it's the end of the age and we're going into and entering into the age of knowing, of divine knowing. So we have to know, hence why the straw man must die. And believe it or not, these tariffs are a piece of the end of the paper death that I was channeling. It's going to allow the paper death because if we can get money from other countries, and guess what? You can get free. You can get unbonded until they stop selling and trading your birth certificate on the stock market. We are still going to be in bondage. So a paper death must happen. This is a global reset happening right before our eyes, and it's multi-layered. But Source is saying dig deeper. We've already cracked it. And the thing about it is, does Beyonce know what she's doing? On one level, Beyonce knows, but on another level, she doesn't know. On one level, Beyonce just thinks she is, you know, a little bruja and she's into African spirituality. This is what she knows it as. She doesn't know she's literally the venom that turns good into evil. She doesn't know that part. She doesn't. Neither does Sean Carter know that he's been pushing the cart and giving everybody they sleeping pills to keep humanity in sleep. That's what I'm saying. And neither does P. Diddy understand that he's been raking up souls for freaking eons. And neither does your doctors know that the organs is part of the beast system. Do you see where I'm saying? On some level, the doctors know something ain't right, but on one level, they don't know the big picture. It's deep, y'all. And just recently, they tried to attack me because I was uncoding all these things. So what the forces must do, guys, what they have to do, see, they couldn't get me any other way. They couldn't get me in client sessions. They couldn't get me when I was standing in my power, removing all of these templates. So what they did was, see, and it's just like the bees. The bees, one bee by itself is tolerable. But when you bring a multitude, it creates a swarm of bees. And if you have enough swarm of bees, then you can create multiple agitations at once, multiple fires, multiple stings at once. And you can totally take someone, use a little object to take something big down. And this is what they tried to do to me recently because I was coming into this truth. See, I've been at war with this energy of Beyonce for since the beginning of time. I'm not confused about who she is. I don't think she knows the extent of who she is, but this is truly what has been going on. And so the evil wanted to create a swarm of bees for me. They couldn't get me. So what they did was they created tiny, tiny little bees that would try to come in and sting. And so it would have worked. But the problem that they didn't account for is that I know who I am. And I know that it's the end of an age. And I know that the forces run high because we're almost at goal. And once we get to goal at the end of the year of the 9 and at the end of the age simultaneously of what we're experiencing, we literally shift the paradigm. And there's a whole new system and template that we will have access to now try this thing again from a higher level of consciousness. And what we're going to choose to create will now be balanced. Balanced. See, that was a little hiccup in the code of our creation. That was a hiccup. The good force automatically birthed evil. We didn't know that when we were creating. And so now that we've come full circle, we said we better create something balanced. We better bring everything back into oneness and just stay balanced so that there is no kind of record of good or evil or anything outside to challenge the one polarity in thought. We say, no, we better bring this thing back in and just reach homeostasis. This is what I'm saying. And so let me tell you guys, oh, did they cut me off? They cut me off. Am I still there? Guys, am I still here? Sorry. Let me know if I'm still here. Sorry, guys, my chapstick is all, I was cooking and I didn't know my chapstick is all messed up. You can hear me? Okay. All right. So let me tell you how I found out. How did I find out about Beyonce? See, everything is coded in this universe, which is quite beautiful, guys. These people ride in on your frequency. They ride in on your frequency. What do I mean by that? Well, Beyonce has a sister named Solange. Solange's birth date is the same birth date as me. Same birth date as me. Beyonce's birthday is the same birthday as someone I used to date when I was younger. This is how they find you. The universe is a huge mathematical equation that has many, many codes, many, many light codes. And one day I came face to face with Solange, Beyonce's sister. I can't remember where we were. It was in a store somewhere in LA. We were both in the shoe section. I can't remember, was it Macy's or Nordstrom's, something like that. We were both in the shoe section. I will never forget this. We happened to look up at the same time. And it was almost as if we were staring back into ourselves. It was very freaky, but also very profound. I saw in her eyes that she had awareness of who I was. Now, mind you, we share the same birth date. This is the frequency we all write in. I'm sure she saw in my eyes that I also had awareness. And that right there was the beginning of a whole cycle of why I was actually implanted into Hollywood so that I could crack this very code. This is giving me chills. It was that moment there, I'm telling you, something happened and it was game on. We had met these energies, we had met in this timeline for a battle. And I'm not talking, so these are not people, energy. There's only two forces here. We're all forces. People that are still masquerading as people, you don't want to do that in this time. You are a force. You are a force. The people will be swallowed. There's no people. There's no such thing, because even your organs are fake. There's no such thing. You better become a force, and you better pick a side, because we're at war. And so we met up in this lifetime for this. Spirit's mentioning Blue Contrail. This is an R&B singer, and someone said a long time ago, Blue Contrail, Beyonce or Jay-Z made her disappear. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know, but her name is coming up right now in this moment, Blue Contrail. She is also another one who was brought in to meet this force in this lifetime. See, they know who we are. And they will send you little things to let you know it's not Beyonce. It's not Beyonce. Sean Carter is not Sean Carter. And Sean Combs ain't Sean Combs. These are forces. And so are you. They know who is opposing them. The spirit, the force knows. There's been many celebrities who were to oppose, and they're no longer here anymore. Or their career was silenced. Because there's two forces. Some were seated in entertainment to take it down, to be an implant there to slowly unravel it. And some were seated to uphold it. Trail numbers, where you been, my friend? Where you been? Nice to see you. Hi, everyone. Thank you. Juanita, yes. Hi, my dear. Oh, SP Matthews, hi. Oh, sorry. The chapstick, yeah, it bothers me, right? So, guys, this is what I'm saying. So now we have an issue. We got Sean Carter on trial. He's infected everyone Justin Bieber's infected. Usher's infected. They infected. Look how many records Justin Bieber and Usher has sold. How many people have showed up to their concerts? All those people are infected. They get infected with what? They get infected with the fake vibration. I'm telling you, I used to now I'm telling you, I had to tell you my backstory. I used to run through the concert halls at 5, 6 years old, 7. I'm telling you, the vibration at a concert, at a arena is something magical. And this is what they use, the music, but it is a false vibration. And guys, there's something that I've been working on, and it's so deep. When I bring it to you, you won't even understand what has happened. And it has to do with what I've been spotting in some of the musical tracks. I've been doing a secret mission to take some of those inflictions and swords out. I'll bring that to you. But what I was saying is we got to get, the whole thing has to go. The whole thing. So what do we do now? Because like I say, I see that the upload is 70% clear. I'm hearing clear. 70% of Beyonce's magic, venom, power. The power is yours. It's when you go to those arenas and you feel the vibration. You're getting the vibration from all the people that have come to watch you. You are getting a piece of their vibration, their code, their creation, their source codes. And then this is what makes you powerful as a musician. And so when people see you and meet you, if you've ever met a celebrity, don't they look different? Don't they look like something out of this world? Yes, because they are holding all of the fans and all of the people that have listened to them. It's holding all of your heightened vibration from listening to the music and at the concert halls. It's a huge siphon fest. They should call it Siphon Fest. This is what they should just call it. And I'm telling you what I know because I grew up in this. But I was planted there so that I could say what I'm saying right now. I'm telling you. So this is the problem. Poor Blue Ivy, empty vessel, has been emptied out since they offered her up to Moloch at 18 months in 18 years. Something like that. And now the thing about it is this entity that is in Beyonce is dying, which I saw years ago. I don't know if the physical vessel will perish, but the thing about it is, this is why Blue Ivy must get the stores. And all of the stores is literally all of our vibrational energy from the inception of time. This is what's being transferred over. When you go to concerts, this is truly what's happening. It's much bigger than you think. And then we go home in our quiet spaces and we think that we're so small when we literally are creating giants that create worlds. There's nothing small about you. There's only two forces here. You are a force. I am a force. You are a force. You have to learn that and you have to know that, because there is a death happening. Not only is there a paper genocide, a paper death happening, the straw mans are dying, the corp corporations are now becoming corpse. So all of these different countries will go bankrupt. And guys, this is all part of it. It's an energy game, guys. So as these corporations, which are countries, go bankrupt, it releases you from the bondage. But if you only put Sean Combs, the tool, on trial, then we are susceptible to being back enslaved. It might be good for, they say that the world resets every 70 years, something like that, 70 or 80 years. Okay, maybe we might have a new financial system, a new system for 70, 80 years, and then it will be the same people that are transferring consciousness as we speak, uploading it into the vessel of Blue Ivy. It will be the same records, and then she exchanges those records, and records, see, these records are stored inside of people. This is why you can't go look it and find it. See, everything they want you to read, they put in a book. But the things they truly don't want you to know is in the secret place of the Most High. It's the heart, and the heart actually is the OG organ, not even the brain. Thank you, Source. Thank you. So this is what I'm saying. Now you guys know. You are empowered. You know what's happening. And then the biggest thing is like, how do you stop this when someone is made to be bigger than life? When people just voluntarily give their energy to something, you lessen your own frequency and vibration. It's your vibration, really. And then now this is how evil is able to ride off in the sunset. Because what we're looking for, the essence, is not written down. It's not necessarily on tape to go on trial. You have to put it on trial in the scales of Mayat on your heart. This is the call for action. You got to put it on the scale of Mayat within the heart, the OG organ. It must be weighed there. And if there's any bit of heaviness, anything in your life, if there's any bit of heaviness there, hesitation is heaviness, then it must be cut out. That's what I want to say. And thank you. Someone said I watched your last video. I can't remember. Someone said I lost your last video. I was in tears. I get choked up every time. Oh, really hit home. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Margarita. Thank you, Trill Numbers. Thank you, everyone. Master's Light and Juanita and everyone that's here. And so you better get real sure about who you are in this season. I'm here to tell you that this entity, these bees, they started to come to poke at me. But the problem is they didn't account for is that I've already gone ahead of them to even know who they are. I was even implanted into the business so that I could learn their ways, so that when I spotted it, I could call it out. And when you bring awareness to something, it dismantles it. So if we bring awareness to it, it will dismantle it. We unplug from their system, because like I always say, the source is the OG vibration. This is true technology, and the heart carries the code. And the heart came in two forces, force from the south and a force from the north, from ether and from earth. When the light came in, it hit at a point, and the heart was formed from the OG vibration of Source's Akashic Soul. That is the only true organ. It's the heartbeat that powers the breath. It's the scale that keeps you light as a feather and energetically clear. It's a brain. It's all that. and they wanted my heart to be challenged. See, if they can get you out of love, then the evil one can have its way with you. If they can get you to doubt who you are in this final season, then they can slip away and finish the upgrade. And that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to throw doubts in the psyche. This is the game, guys. You got to have a strong mind for this. If you lose your mind, if you're double-minded, what? You can't be trusted. Did not the Holy Bible tell us that? A double-minded person can't be trusted. You have to be very clear on who you are. And I'm going to tell you, when you're very clear on who you are and what you are, there will always be forces trying to stop you because you are literally about to rewrite history. And there were some people who took the bait. Some people, they got a little shaky bakey about their position here, you know, as the Source Army, as the collective, as a light worker. No one ever said that the darkness wouldn't throw swords at the light. Just because the darkness throws swords at the light doesn't mean that the light recedes. And this is what happened to many people I was walking this path with, and they wanted it to happen to me. But the problem is I already knew who I was. And I already knew that day I saw Solange that I was in position. I didn't know how this would all come together, but I knew that I was in the right timeline to do this work. To do this work. Anchored by your own etheric compass. Yes, Master Light. The womb of Source began it all. Yes, and this is where we are returning to. But are we going to bring back the orgone energy just in a different form with us? Seriously. If the light does not use the divine sword that it naturally has now, if there was ever a time to believe that you are a superhero, I think this would be the time. I think it would be now. But they want to get you and trick you out of your position. So they find the ones that have a weak mind, and then the technologists who tinkered with the original Eve gene comes in to plant the dark seed. The seed. And then guess what? They trick you into watering it, not me. They want to trick you into watering the dark seed by believing the negative thought forms that come in. And they will come when you are a powerhouse. They will come when you are of Source. They will come when you shed your light. They will come. But you can't take the bait. Because we're at war. With the darkness that took the light for granted. Everything has to be returned to Source. We're going back in the womb. It all gets returned now. It all must get returned. And as light workers, we're here to repo it from these dark ones. And they know that, and that's why they want to plant their seed. And then they trick you into watering it for them. See, they're very cunning. They trick you into watering it. They trick you into lowering your vibration so that they can have it. Because after all, that is what holds up this entire construct is vibration. That's why they have to be in the music. That's why they spend millions of dollars on the scores, what they call it, on the music that goes, but in the movies, in the tracks of the movies. They spend millions of dollars. I studied this in film school. I studied every single part of this business. Every part of this business I studied. And it's almost like I needed to do it. It's like I'm an informant. Like that's why I was studying it. So it's embedded in the music, in the vibration. And if you have the Cosmic Bible, where is it hidden in the music? It's hidden on the 4-track and the 8. That's the loop. On every 4th beat, on every 8th beat, on every 16 bars that you listen to is a snare. Message. This is where it's hidden. All their secrets are out. And this is why they had to try to put me on trial. I ain't Diddy. No Diddy. Try to put me on trial because I am putting them on trial. I'm saying, no, y'all need to put the rest of them on trial. The whole thing has been infected. The whole thing is bad. Just as your government, all of it is bad. Every single part of it is bad. It all has to go. People out here singing Democrat, Republican nonsense. It all's bad. All of it ends bad because it's not unity consciousness, period. You are a force. You got to get very clear on what force that is. Because I'm here to tell you the people will be part of the genocide, of the paper genocide. The ones of us who knows who we are and knows that we are not part of the corporation and has our energy and our vibration still. These people, I'm telling you, there will be mass people leaving this earth. There is a paper genocide, and most people think that they are just, what, 3-dimensional. I could keep going on and on, but I think that maybe I've said it. Do you guys think I've said it already? It's like, I think I've kind of said it. I think I've said it. I think I've said it. It's really like the movie Adjustment Bureau. Trill Number says, yes. Yep. It's deep, y'all. It's very deep. And you guys have, I just don't even know what to do with myself anymore because, it's almost like, it's like once you crack all of this, you're kind of like, I don't know, it's like being in a basketball game and you just waiting for all the other players. You've scored like 30 points already and the coach took you out, gives somebody else a chance to score and to, play the game. And you're just waiting on the sideline and the people just keep messing up and fumbling as football. And they keep just fouling. Like, that's what it feels like. And I'm just watching and waiting. And I'm like, I really got to wait this out. The game ain't over, but the players they got in is messing the game up. That's what I feel like at this point. And I'm telling you, by next year, you're going to see a change. I may just enter a new matrix next year because I'm bored now being on the sideline. I'm literally on the sideline and I'm watching everyone else and they still are not getting it, but I can't go back in. I've already done my job. I can scream from the sidelines, but like, what else can I really do at this point? It's like, it's kind of getting boring. I don't know. I don't know, guys. That's where I am. That's where I am. You don't have to be where I am, but this is where I am. And yeah, and I'll leave you guys with that. Get very clear. If there's ever time to be a superhero, now is the time. It's your time on stage. You've been waiting for this. It's now. It's now or never. I feel you, Tahirah. Your time will come. Thank you. Thank you, Trill Numbers. Yeah, this is just what I'm saying, guys. So it's interesting because a few weeks ago, I did see an image of P. Diddy in my mind's eye, and he was very overweight. He looked like he was doing 100 years. I'm telling you, that's what it looked like. And I don't know what he looks like now. I haven't really kept up with any of that stuff, but yeah, I did see that, and it did feel a little, like they got him, but I'm saying the whole thing is bad. He was just a tool. It was the demon that was inside of his body doing all this stuff. When you hear all of the stuff that was happening, a human being doesn't do that. It has to be a demon. It is a demon. But everyone has been infected with it. And so the whole thing must go. The whole thing must go. So I will leave you guys with that. It's been a beautiful evening. It's been a beautiful evening, guys. And I don't know, subscribe. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm going to go ahead and just get off, I guess, because game is game is over pretty much. All right, guys. I think I said it. Love is the way. Forgiveness, it is the key. And truth is the light that will always, always guide you home. Believe that, guys. Be well. Be well, guys.